Undisputed. Paul Pierce still on the first NBA regular season segment of 2023 with the new look Undisputed. NBA, man, finally back. We reacted to both the games yesterday. Obviously, we have a lot of games today. Anthony Davis, trash. 0 points in the second half. Hey, man, you can expect a lot more Undisputed now during the week, considering that the NBA is here, and obviously there's going to be like games pretty much every day. So you can expect a lot. You know, normally I've just been doing some Mondays and some Tuesdays because of the NFL season. Obviously, every Monday is like the mandatory on the channel. We do it at least every Monday. But you can expect it a couple more times a week with the NBA here, you know, when we want to talk about topics like this. With AD scoring 0 points. So let's see what Undisputed has to say, man.
We're not going to overreact to one game because it is the first game of the season.
That's what I think. But at the same time, I'm overreacting because I'm a hater
Denver's been
of the
talking.
Lakers. So.
Who's your daddy these things?
But
so
it's also what's to come, bro. Low key.
For game one,
like
against the defending champs who swept you a year ago, then I don't know what to tell you. This just goes to show me that.
And they're talking all that junk about the Nuggets.
Motivation and everything we
want
AD to be is just not there. We want him to be Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yep.
But we don't see it. And this is going to be an AD we're going to see all year long, who's going to be up and down. He's going to woe you with his numbers one night, have 30 and 11, and come back the next night because there's no possible way a guy with his ability should come out and have 0 points. And then the one thing that bothered me was in the second half. 0 points in the second. And the one thing that bothered me, he only had 1 rebound at halftime. Now, you can control that. Now, maybe it was something the Lakers were doing as a team and not force-feeding him the ball as much as they should. But with his ability, he should be able to get to the – Keyshawn, you said you could get to the line at least 4 or 5 times, and he wasn't able to do that in the second half.
I haven't played basketball in 100 years, Paul. Come on now. He can't get to the line. He's 8 feet tall. All you got to do, as you know, is being aggressive. Just go to the line and be aggressive. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. And, look, I'm never going to argue or disagree with somebody that is a Hall of Famer like yourself that has played in the NBA and championships and all those sort of things. And I understand what you're saying. It's one game, don't panic. Very true. One game, don't panic. They got a lot more to go.
True, but it's like, but
if you start off,
you started off this way. That's what I'm saying.
It only makes somebody like myself, who is a fan,
started off this way, and it's against the Nuggets, your biggest op, so you talk trash about, and it's the biggest thing on you.
In the second half, you 0 free throws. You just mentioned that, Paul, right? 0. So that tells me you aren't trying to get to the cup. Like you're just not. We are not asking you to stay on the perimeter and shoot threes. We want you to do something, be a force. We just gave you $186 million. And look, this is not pile on AD day. That's not what this is about. We're just trying to bring some insight to what we saw last night. Now you look at it, you say, okay, when he's on the floor, the Lakers, without LeBron James, is minus 19. This should be the case.
LeBron didn't even play amazingly well, but he played pretty good.
Now, everybody says, well, LeBron should do this, LeBron should do that. LeBron only played 29 minutes. Okay, maybe they go up, 33, maybe overtime.
You shouldn't have to do that. AD supposed to have the key.
Exactly. But based on last night, we look at 29 minutes. We look at him in the +7 category. 0 turnovers. Turnovers are big. He didn't have any. And LeBron typically will have multiple turnovers in a game, but he had 0. He played 29. He gave you 21 points. What more you want this man to do at 39 years old? I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. And you know, when you look at it, you also got to tip your hat off to Denver. You know, Denver, what do they have? 30 assists on 48 field goals. That's big. That means that they are hitting
and it was without Bruce Brown. I did not expect him to be this good without Bruce Brown. And
I look at it and say, okay, it's one game. Now I can look to tomorrow maybe for Phoenix and say maybe we have some sort of silver lining. We get to 1-1. We're at home opening night. Maybe that energy kicks in.
So here's what tore me up about last night. We did a topic a couple of weeks back because Anthony Davis had spoken out against the Nuggets, speaking out, as Paul mentioned, against the Lakers through the offseason. It was actually Michael Malone who was taking shots at the Lakers because at the victory parade, as I mentioned, he did say, "We're the Lakers' daddy." But more than that,
and
he went on the McAfee show and made a big joke about LeBron dropping the little retirement bombshell right after they had swept the Lakers that night. LeBron said, well, I'm not sure I'm going to come back, blah, blah, blah. And I thought he was just trying to take the focus off what had happened. But the point was then Michael Malone goes on the McAfee show. Let me just read you the quote here. He says, speaking of the Lakers, I just want you guys to know this is breaking news. I'm thinking about retiring, so don't tell anybody. Well, that's just a clear shot at LeBron. So AD said just a couple of weeks back, this is very motivational. He says, me and Bron, we've had some conversations like we can't wait for opening night in Denver.
Yeah.
So, ring ceremonies. This man sitting next to me knows ring ceremonies.
Crazy. That's why it's crazy. That's why it's crazy to me, because y'all saying you can't wait and all this shit.
They can also distract and deflate you because they can drain you, and you're not quite ready for tip-off because you're still living in the past of last year.
Why do y'all have D'Angelo
So it
Russell,
could go either
bro?
way, and I've seen a lot of really good teams fall flat on their faces after a ring ceremony on opening night at home. And what happens? Do AD and company come out and kick some ass, to start the game? No. They lose the first quarter 34-20. And AD goes through the whole first half and he gets one rebound. But to his credit, and the reason he mixes your emotions, he scored 17 in the first half. That's pretty good. That's good enough. Against Jokic, you say, well, you had your own.
That's great.
Okay, so then we get to the second half and you think, okay, you've climbed back slowly but surely in the game. You've cut it down to a single-digit deficit. Here we go. And here we didn't go because the damnedest thing happened. AD comes out like he doesn't even want to play in the second half. I've never seen anything like it before. You've gotten back. You got a shot. This is the team that knows you're not going to quit on them because you're going to take them right to the wire because that's what you did 4 straight times, albeit 4 straight losses in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know, but it took a little heart out of them because it's like, wait a second, your best player. I still think he's their best player. You did that early in the game?
Yeah, I don't like when he shoot the corner threes at all, Paul. I really don't. I like when he steps into him at the front of the basket where he can see, off the
his
dribble.
game is not really a catch-and-shoot game.
I hate when he shoots from the corner.
All right, so Paul, did you see a Nuggets team that's just devastating and dominating like last year? Did you see them start to even take it a notch up?
I saw a Joker remind them who the best player was in the NBA, no matter who's on the court. I saw that. We went into this offseason like, oh, Joker's watching horse races. He's over here partying and dancing. But clearly he's been in the gym, as we saw in Game 1. The way he just comes down and nonchalantly dominates the Lakers on the inside and outside. But look at him. He plays big. Anthony Davis needs to learn how to play his size. And when he learns how to do that on a consistent basis. Look, the Joker's offensive rebound. He's jump hooking you to death on the inside. Oh, you want to leave me open for 3? Oh, take that too. So I wasn't surprised what I seen from the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon, guys like him, KCP, guys like, and of course, Jamal Murray. These guys are not having a championship hangover. They went out and showed the Lakers who their daddy was.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of KCP, Keyshawn's favorite player. He was a Laker, and Keyshawn texted me about this last night. He just kills the Lakers. He's still taking it out on the Lakers.
Like y'all used me to get LeBron over here.
That is
correct. Signed me, gave me the money to get LeBron, then shipped me off.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, he's just, he's a Laker killer for sure. Paul, you played in the NBA, and you just mentioned Anthony Davis and Joker, and he doesn't play big like Joker. Why is that, though? Because if you ask me that question about football, somebody my size at the receiver position, if you were to ask me how come he doesn't play as aggressive as a big receiver, I could give you that answer. I don't know what the answer is to Anthony Davis is playing small when you got a guy like Joker that you see out on the court who's a big, dominating.
On the Lakers,
how come he can't just
LeBron,
figure out
wants to be cool?
He's bigger than
That's
everybody else.
Bro.
And he needs to dominate.
Why? It has to be a consistent mentality. I mean, he has it some nights. When you look at his numbers, some nights he does. But then it has to be consistent. He has to want to do it every single night.
He doesn't want people to
mentality-wise.
He wants to do it his way and not do it so people don't talk about it the way he does.
We see it with Joel Embiid.
I'm so sick of
and we see
he's terrible.